Mr. Michael.
Yes, sir.
We just went to the grand opening of Patterson Farms.
That's right.
It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was a scorcher.
It's 98 degrees outside.
98 degrees.
In the shade.
But yeah, so, what did you think about it? We started off going through the design center, look at all the options that you might have. Anything stand out to you in particular?
Yeah, I thought lunch was amazing.
Yeah. I thought the same.
No, I would
Can't
say
go wrong with barbecue.
I would say it's really nice to have a design center that you can kind of actually see the product in real life being used. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to look at a sheet of paper and say, "Oh, I like this color versus that color," but to go in and see it on the wall, it gives you a real feel of what you're going to buy.
And a literal feel. You can touch it.
Yeah, you can feel it, touch it, smell it, whatever you want to do.
That's right.
And then having all those slabs of granite there to see it, it definitely is a professional organization that has done really well putting it together.
Sure. Yeah. And more options that I would have expected, particularly the countertops you're talking about.
Yeah, the countertops. You think you might get 5, 6 choices? No, there's 37 choices.
Yeah.
Any countertop you've ever seen, hey, we got it right here.
The other thing that stood out to me too, once we left the design center, we started walking around into the units, and 2 things. Mm-hmm. First of all, love the giant doors. Every one of them. The super tall doors, what were they, like 8 foot?
Yeah, 8 feet worth of door. And most homes are 8 feet. And then you got the 6 foot doors, what are those, 7 doors, I guess? Mm-hmm. And then that just feels so much bigger. Like 1 foot you would think wouldn't make a difference between 7 and 8. Huge difference.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in a castle.
That's what I was going to say. You got the castle vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
And just the overall layout of everything, I think they've done at least the little bit that we were able to see, because it's obviously just getting started, but the way that they have kind of laid everything out is, their goal is having this community sort of feel. Mm-hmm. So the blend of shared space and privacy, also the way that they were very deliberate about a lot of those decisions.
That's right. The thing that stood out to me most is you think you're going to a place where there are 5 houses that you get to choose from, and it's just going to be a replica of all these 5 houses all over the place, and there's 400 of them. But it seems like there's so many options that none of them actually feel the same as the others. They give you these options of, you can have a golf cart garage. That's cool.
Yeah.
You can have a golf cart garage space, but then actually finish that space and turn it into just a larger master bedroom, which was awesome. So some have screened porches, some don't. Some have open air covered porches. So it really does have this feel of, you get this unique house that no one else in this neighborhood has. Even though there's 400 of them, none of them are exactly the same.
Yeah, that's usually my, I like weird stuff, right? So my biggest gripe with, a new subdivision or something like that is, oh man, everything looks the same. You see one, you see them all. But no, I agree. Everyone kind of felt unique. Even the floor plan itself, they all felt really different to me. And I don't know if this is an upgrade or if you saw it, one of them in particular, Carl especially liked it, the built-in desk. And I think it was the master bedroom.
I did see that. I love it.
Which, when I think built-in desk, I'm thinking 1970s, that type stuff. But no, this is the modern, good version of that. I would be happy to have that in my house.
Oh, yeah. Especially in today's environment where there's a lot of work from home situations, and with technology being where it is, and you can actually work from home. Really nice that it's still in the bedroom, but it's totally separate. Like, it felt just a completely different area. So I like that.
And so what do you, did you talk to anybody much about what do they call it? The outdoor space, like the community garden, and what is it, dog park? Other things going on? I
didn't really talk about the dog park or anything, but there is this green space that's going to kind of be in the middle of the whole thing. And so one of the developers, talked to me about just the size of it and how you can do so many things there. They're going to have farmers markets on Saturday, and you're going to have concerts on Saturday nights. So it's going to be a real community feel that you want to be a part of. So yeah, I thought it was really cool.
Are you familiar with the community that they apparently somewhat modeled it after in Uldawa?
No idea. Was it Cambridge Square, maybe?
Do you remember what she said, Carl?
I don't think she said.
Okay, I thought she said it had a V in it, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, so let's see. There's 6 phases, right?
That's right.
Phase 1 now, obviously. And then I think you said before we got recording, phase 2 is going to be started on the other end near the this thing,
the golf driving range.
Yes, driving range.
So you got phase 1 that we just saw that's almost complete. There are people already living there. Then most of those units are sold. There's 2 or 3 units that are still available in phase 1. Phase 2, kind of on the opposite side of where they're working now, they're going to move some dirt over there and get ready for phase 2 next. That's already like in the works happening. We're doing it now. And then I think phase 3 is next, where it's kind of toward the front middle. Then there's phase 4 that goes in the back, and then phase 5 might be the commercial. So there may be 5 phases, but at any rate, they are building it in phases, and it's a multi-year project.
Yeah. What, like 6 or so, probably? Something like that?
Yeah, I think the original plan said it was going to be a 10-year thing, but they're already way ahead of schedule. So it's probably going to be more like a 5 to 7 year, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Once they got started actually, constructing and not the bulldozing, actually building, but yeah, it is what was it? Maybe 3 months or so? 3 or 4 months?
It feels like it's been 3 years since they started the Patterson Farms project, right? Like we've been talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
Not a lot was happening. See a couple big pieces of equipment, and then
news article here and there. Maybe.
Yeah. Then you just don't go down Cleveland Highway for a couple of weeks, and you're like, holy cow, they built the entire thing. Like it's ready to go.
Yeah, they are a trucking.
Yeah.
And so, last point of interest, I think, is the last phase, right? The commercial strip.
Yeah.
Going to be, 4 or 5 tenants in there?
Well, they're going to have 2 L-shaped buildings, basically. And so probably going to be a few more tenants than that, I think. But they did talk about the fact that they've had a couple of fast food chains approach them, and they weren't ready to agree to anything like that. I think they're trying to get it to be more of a community feel and less commercial feel. It's going to be commercial, but felt more boutique than it felt full retail.
Exactly. Yeah. The lady that Carl and I were speaking to about it, she said kind of what you're saying. They were kind of shying away from the big names, to have over there, and trying to keep it more like boutique,
small
like you
business
said, and barbershop or something like that. Something
local.
that caters to the community within the community.
That's right.
But also, other folks as well.
Yeah, that commercial piece is still kind of a question mark. Like we think it's moving forward, but they are not 100% done with that piece yet. So what they need is school board support, county commissioner support to make sure that that piece gets done. We've talked about it before on the podcast about the tax allocation district, so you can go back and watch one of those episodes. But the cost of doing the commercial piece is so expensive that we're going to need to incentivize the developers to pull that off. And I've said many times I'm on record showing that, I believe that's a good thing. It helps create the jobs we want. It helps create the community that we want. So, it needs to happen. So they think it will happen, but it's not done yet.
Yeah, and like Carl was saying, Carl Campbell, not Carl.
Carl Campbell.
Not
the real Carl, but Carl Campbell.
Carl number 2.
I'm the fake Carl.
Or number 1. I don't know who's first. But anyway, Carl Campbell was saying in his speech, I like the way he put it, like it kind of just brought it all together by saying, a community like this is going to bring the demographic that other businesses are going to want to see, to build something new. And that got me to thinking about how it seems like the north end of the county is like in sandbox mode, sort of like just kind of playing around, like, let's just see what happens when we throw up the Dairy Queen, right? Like that was the first thing ever. Oh, that worked. Okay, well, what about if we throw a Wendy's a little further up? Oh, that did okay. And then just like it's kind of going into
Hey, what if we put like $6 Generals on Cleveland Highway? Would that work?
Yeah, that'll work anywhere. You throw a $1 General on the moon, like people are going to show up. But,
and a couple of auto parts stores. We need a couple of those too.
Yeah, we could definitely use those. But I think you hit the nail on the head for sure. Yeah. Any other closing thoughts, Michael? As we were talking about this, Carl's going to roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
You don't know what commercial I'm talking about?
No, we're all kind of confused.
I mean, I know that it's like a 15-year-old reference, but
no.
Jeez, I'll have to show you.
You don't? Okay.
After the bean footage, we can talk about the fact that if you would like to buy one of these beautiful homes, yes, you can go to pattersonfarms.com and hear the whole story and understand what they have and register and all those things. they also like to work with realtors. So certainly feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to take you over there, show you around. Karina Cervantes is kind of heading that thing up, and she's already agreed to be on the podcast. She said she would like to come, possibly even next week. So
Awesome.
in an episode coming to you very soon, you will meet Karina, and she'll talk more in depth about what we couldn't cover here today. But I'm certainly excited about the development that is happening on Cleveland Highway.
Yes, I would definitely like to hear what she has to say about it. So look forward to that.
Cool.
All right, now roll the bean footage. All right.